are going live right now on Facebook and YouTube. I'm just waiting for Instagram. And they can hear you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Priya Mohan, and I am the owner of Sorry Not Sorry here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And today is our last sneaky peek, the final chance to look at all these beautiful treasures as close to in person as we can give you before we drop our December sneak peek collection this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a countdown on the front page of our website, and we do hope you'll join us. We today will be showing you these pieces for sure, but today we left a little bit of extra time. So if there's something you really, really want to see, we can try to dig it out from within the treasure trove. With me today is Shefali, who is now officially done school. Around everyone, she held a job and lived a life and moved into a new apartment and had friendships and relationships and got through school, and now she's done.
And look at this.
And look at this. What am I looking at?
The magnet from the microphone
attached to her earring. So her earring is now attached to her microphone, and her head is permanently like this. A small price to pay
for an MBA.
Yeah. So I hope you guys will all share in taking a moment to remember your school days and how tough it was, and spend a second appreciating the accomplishment that Shefali has made
guys.
With very, very little support. Just against all odds, she has managed to pull herself up by her bootstraps and get her MBA. And we were talking to the EcoCert committee yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
And I've never heard Shefali speak MBA speak. And it was too funny because we have to do this survey. We're going to be getting eco-certified, which is kind of cool. And so we were going through the initial survey, and there were these questions that I literally had no idea how to interpret. And Shefali's, stakeholders, let me tell you who those are. And it was really something. And then there were other questions where Alex was like, yeah, I could definitely see how we can improve our operations to increase sustainability in the following areas. And I'm like, who are these two girls? And where are the sweet young things I hired 6 years ago? So my ladies are growing up.
We're growing up.
It's so exciting.
Lots of people have joined. Thank you guys for your sweet messages. And Amy says, happy Friday. All right. You guys are so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Morag. Thanks, Margot. Morag said, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. It was a lot. I remember 5 weeks ago, she was ready to throw in the towel. And I'm like, just hand in anything. Anything. Literally does not matter. At this point, they're not going to fail you. Stick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there were lots of little treats in between to keep her motivated.
Lots of sugar, lots
of clothes, lots of Facebook Marketplace.
Thank
God for Facebook Marketplace.
Honestly, saved the day.
Yeah. So let me tell you what we're looking at today. Primarily what I'm going to be showing you are Boxy Tops and Sculptural tunic dresses and self-pocket dresses, but there aren't that many of those, and maxi dresses. So I'm actually wearing a cute little halter workout top. You are going to see more of me later today than you have ever seen. Just let me know in advance. It's going to be scary for you and for me. So we can all embrace that moment of discomfort together, but at least you'll get to see what the tops look like if you were wearing, what the maxi dresses would look like if you were wearing kind of like a halter bra with them. So the first piece that I'm trying on, however, and this is what I'm going to start with, are all the one-offs that were kind of left over that we never really got to show you. So here is an absolutely fabulous Kimono-Sleeved duster. It is so Scooby-Doo, it's just missing the purple. And I actually took a picture off the internet of the Scooby-Doo team. Mm-hmm. The colors are exact. Like when we say Scooby-Doo,
it's exact.
Yeah. Purple, red, orange, brown, avocado, mustard yellow, and green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of different greens.
Avocado green, especially, but also leaf green.
Leaf green, yeah.
So, I have so much to tell you guys. So much. Remind me about the chandelier journey, Shefali. Okay, so this is one. This is a Georgette silk, which means it's kind of sheer. It is a little rougher feeling, but not like painful. but it does have a bit more of a texture to it. I have a feeling it would probably come out if we scrunched the front of the fabric a little bit.
Judy asks, no tunics? There's only one on the website. I was hoping to see it.
So I can definitely show it to you. And yes, it looks like there is only the one tunic this time. So that's it. That's all we have. So I think what happened is, and usually Angela sends them in large sets, but I think she had some stragglers. And because she had some stragglers, we have some stragglers. But there will be next time. So if we can get something this time, you can be sure it will show up next time.
We did mention a couple lives ago that this is kind of a bit of an interesting sneak peek, as all of them are, but this one especially because we have some one-offs of literally one of one style.
Yeah.
Because Anshul is still sending over the rest, and she's working hard.
She is working hard. I talked to her today. She had app issues, but she's working on the pieces that are coming in December for January.
Yeah.
So this here is extraordinarily soft. This is one of those shibori dyed pieces. It is different shades of gray and wine and blue and magenta. Don't know where the belt has gone, but here's the colors.
I see it.
Is it hanging?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Belt. So here it is here. Oh, if you're wondering, I am wearing my winter weight Casba pants in black, which we are sold out of. But
we have other colors.
We have other colors in stock. And if you like the black Casba pants, you can pre-order them for spring. And we also will have a small number that we get in store. So yeah, you can definitely see the colors here. I'm wearing my Casba pants with a pair of boots from AS98. Yeah, I polished them.
Oh,
yeah,
that's why
brand new. They look so brand new.
I was like, I don't think I've seen these in your closet.
They were pretty worn out. Yeah. So shoe polish. It was a cream polish with a paintbrush, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of like arts and crafts. Once I figured out the trick was the paintbrush.
I think maybe these ones are going to need a brown one.
And it's not expensive.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of fun too. It really is like arts and crafts. So here's this. This is a kimono sleeve jacket. And ladies, I do have so much to tell you. So as we know, I am not a fan of wearing jeans because I have found it so hard to find jeans that feel comfortable and that look good and that aren't so tight on my belly that I feel constricted. And my middle daughter, was telling me this one is extraordinarily soft. It's grays and kind of taupes and creams, very, very delicate coloring, and again, very, very soft. So she was telling me, apropos of nothing, that the Gap has really nice jeans again. That there was a time when she was growing up that the Gap was the place for jeans, and then it was no longer the place for jeans. And she said, apparently it now is. Well, my phone heard her. And so I started getting ads for Gap jeans. And I immediately thought, these are not going to be the jeans for me because I am of a certain age with a certain type of body. So this is why I'm sharing this with you. For those of you who like the Casba pant or the Oliver pant by Bryn Walker, because it has that kind of lantern shape to it, there is a pair of jeans right now on the Gap website. They are called, you're going to want to know this, mid-rise horseshoe jeans. They come in tall, petite, and regular. I got a pair of regular in a size large in the medium indigo. And the fabric is not just denim, it's cotton, it's denim and tencel. So it's really soft. And they look exactly like the Bryn Walker pants. So I needed to share. Shafali, wait till you see these. I think literally as soon as they arrived, I got back on the website and got 2 other pairs.
Really?
Yeah, because they're on sale right now too. And more importantly, they're a pair of jeans that are so comfortable. They have a drawstring waist, and they look really good, and they have pockets. It was a denim win. So I had to share. And I make no money off of sharing that information with you. How do people say that again? I'm not a sponsor.
Not sponsored.
No, that was an unsponsored recommendation.
Amy said she loved that duster. It was so 60s, 70s.
Loved it too.
Michelle says polishing shoes is one of my meditative practices.
I love doing it. It's so much fun.
Jackie says, hello, everyone. Happy sneak peek this weekend.
Happy sneak peek.
And Margot says, how does your phone hear you?
I don't know, but it does. Have you guys not experienced that where you're talking about something with someone and then the next thing you know, your phone is showing you examples of it?
Yeah, guys, your phone is always listening to you. There's always people tapped into your devices all the time.
Like, I don't know how it happens. I don't know if I've paused too long on an ad at some point, and so, somewhere in my phone it said, "Oh, she paused on that picture."
Well, that's true. That also happens.
So it might be that, but
that's algorithm based.
Yeah, but I think it's all connected because off of Marketplace, I got these 2 really cool paintings for my dining room, and I really love them. And I put them up there, and then I realized I need a new chandelier because give a mouse a cookie, right? So I started looking through Marketplace for chandeliers, and since then, I have had so many ads for chandeliers pop up on my phone. So yeah, somehow it is all interconnected. I don't know if they're listening or I don't know. Maybe I'm just the perfect age demographic for looking at chandeliers again. I don't know.
So now that I've bought snag tights and I actually look at their website a little bit more recently because my Christmas gift to Mira is I'm buying her order of snag tights with my order. I now get exclusively on Instagram snag tight ads.
Really?
Every single ad campaign they have, I get now.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. But yeah, so that's how I found out about jeans. But I do have to give that whole system credit. I would never have looked at the Gap for jeans for a grown-ass woman. Sorry, I have to say it. Did not think Gap would have jeans for a grown-ass woman. And I was equally surprised that I fit into a large because I actually bought the extra large first and I was floating in it. And I thought, no, there's no way at the Gap I'm a large. And I was.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's the same fit as I actually wouldn't even be surprised if it's designed based on the Oliver pant. So ladies.
They must know their market.
They must know their market. I was really impressed by it. And I don't know if it's an ethical company. I cannot attest to any of that.
Gap was one of the companies that was a part of the Bhopal incident.
No, they can't still be part of the Bhopal incident.
Yeah,
are they?
No, I mean, they always are. All of these companies always are.
Well, there you go. So stick to the Oliver pant. We know about that one then.
Yeah.
So we do have 2 more Jiva jackets. On this side, we have kind of like a burnt orange with a dark teal. So this would match your Learbird, your Time in terms of the linens. It will match denim. It will also match the uni if you were interested in a suit, which is kind of cool. There. I like how we're doing this with just the one light today. Like it feels less blinding.
I wanted to try something.
Oh, and that's
new.
Back.
Something different.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Do the ladies have any comments?
Yes, they do. So, Morag said, yes, your phone hears you. And I actually know for a fact that our phone hears us because of that army guy I was seeing. Margot says, that's scary. And Michelle says, yep, all the time.
All the time.
And Amy says, there are settings you can restrict. I've turned off all targeting ads and limited mic access to Facebook. Lori says, yes, it happens to me too. Roberta says, what is that beautiful pendant, Priya?
Guys, this is a Ziska pendant. I think it's the last pendant, if not the second last, but one of the very last ones we have. We're still waiting for our new shipment. This is called it's that woman's name. Winter Yellow Flora. Flora pendant with adjustable cord. So Winter Yellow Flora. And we do have matching earrings with it. It is fully adjustable. This one is an ethical brand, so that's nice to know.
That is nice.
And we will be getting replacements and more colors. So if it's something that you love, keep an eye out. We ordered weeks and weeks ago, so I'm hoping that they'll arrive soon. There. So here's another one of these fabulous Jiva jackets. This one is definitely that pink that we love, Mandevilla. Right?
Oh, okay. So I will say, not to blunder the Gap, not like they need the PR from us specifically, but they weren't a part of the factory where the Bhopal incident happened. However, later incidents concerning labor practices in their own supply chain in India, specifically regarding child labor and factory safety issues, did occur. And I've actually seen documentaries where, you know, people have gone to these little villages and these like 6-year-olds are sewing clothes, and the kids, like, they say to the kids, like, can you show us the tags on the clothing? And it's the Gap and it's Old Navy.
Yeah. Not to side with the corporations, because I definitely think they can do better. If they can afford to pay themselves millions, they can do better.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did learn from somebody who was part of the child labor for clothing, do you remember when we met her? Were you around back then?
Probably not.
Yeah. So we met a woman. It was through, no, you probably wouldn't have. So we heard her speak, and she told the story of how when she was a child, her family gave her basically to this factory because the family needed money, and they would give her piles of clothes to sleep on, fabric.
Yeah.
And then that's what she would sleep on. And then in the day she would wake up and she would
sew it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the only contact, she learned how to read and write through the window. People would come to the window and just try to help her. And eventually she managed to get out. And what she revealed is that a lot of these companies don't set out to be, what's the word?
Child laborers.
Yeah, like these companies aren't necessarily setting out to take advantage of children. It's not like they're in their board meeting saying, let's take advantage of children. But she explained how it happens. And once you hear how it happens, you can see how you have to be just that much more careful. And that's part of the reason when I was talking about those necklaces that we really loved that we saw at Deanne's, that unless you have eyes on the ground, you really don't know what's happening there. So I'll try on other things while I talk to you guys about it. So what happens is, let's say a company decides that they are going to, we'll use Nike, but this is totally imaginary. Let's say Nike designs a shoe and they go to a factory in India and they say to this factory, you know what, we're going to try out this shoe. We think it might be a hit. We just need 100,000. So they have a look at the factory. They check out what the factory's capacity is. And they're like, yep, you could probably do 100,000 without breaking any laws. So all the deals are signed. 2 weeks into the release of the shoe, they find out that this piece is like a crazy hit and they need more. So the first thing they do is they go back to the factory and they say, are you able to create more shoes if we, help you with this, this, and that?
Yeah.
And they're always like, yeah, no problem. So what Nike doesn't know is, in order to create this extra space and extra manufacturing, they will farm out to a smaller organization. And that keeps happening all the way along, because this bigger company is not going to turn away business.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time you get to the very end of that chain, you do have some really small person who's only making, let's say, 100 pairs of shoes using child laborers in a village. And then those go up to the next level, those go up to the next level. And by the time they get to the factory that Nike is actually dealing with, Nike goes into the factory and says, yeah, everything's working here. Like, everything's on the up and up.
Yeah.
So part of the issue is that the country cannot pass up on the money because they have economic need. Better to take the money and have a life than not take any money. So in order for businesses to do business in these countries where there is that economic disadvantage, they have to have eyes on the ground. They have to have somebody who's counting exactly how many pieces are made in each location, who it's being farmed out to. It's a whole thing.
I think the issue is that, unfortunately, these companies know that when they outsource their labor to another country, the labor is cheaper, and they never ask themselves why the labor is cheaper. Yeah. Because the reality is, and I've shared a few posts with Priya, that every piece of clothing, whether it's made by Shein or whether it's made by a sustainable company like us, any piece of clothing you see is handmade. So, like, there is no machine that actually constructs a garment when it's being sewn. That there's always a human that is constructing a garment. But the cheaper that a piece of clothing is should make a consumer or even a company question why it is so cheap to buy these units.
Yeah, like if you're seeing a pair of $2 leggings
that you as a business are able to purchase.
Well, no, not even like I've seen $2 leggings at Forever 21. Yeah. The person who made those leggings is not getting paid.
And then imagine how much the company actually bought those leggings for, like probably 5 cents.
5 cents. Yeah. Off the backs of starving children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a really The only thing, what I discovered after doing a lot of research, that was way back when. There was another organization that we were part of. It was called Good Something. It wasn't for good profits. It was, and they actually put together businesses that were all based on
ethical manufacturing.
Yes, eco-manufacturing, sustainability, ethical businesses, and put them together to create just one group. But then, of course, that fell by the wayside, and they're the ones who had her as a guest speaker. And she said that it just broke my heart. She said, "So when you're wearing those clothes that I made, you're actually wearing my tears." I know.
Oh my God.
So that's why it's really important to kind of, know where you're spending your money. And for that reason, I should be eschewing companies like The Gap. But it's not my primary source of clothing. Like, I'm pretty careful about a lot of things I buy. Jeans are just really hard to find.
No, jeans are difficult. I mean, even at the One of a Kind show where...
Yeah, Shefali tried on ethically made Toronto jeans.
Yeah, and that was interesting for sure. I feel like the problem with styles that younger people my age are making is that it's not really made for the kind of style I'm interested in, and two, it's not made with my kind of body in mind. Like, I think if I was a lot thinner and a lot less curvier, then I would look really cool in super bagged out, like, it wouldn't really matter what the shape is, because my body would mold to the shape. And that's why fashion uses such thin models. But like, I was lucky when I was younger. I would buy pants that really suited me, but I had to take a long time to actually find a pair of pants that, fit my style. And before that, the only pair of pants I would buy was from Fashion Nova.
Really?
Because Fashion Nova actually was the only company that made jeans that actually fit your hips. Like, it was smaller on the waist, and then it was bigger in the hips, which is exactly what I needed.
Back down, because Shefali tried on a straight leg pair, and because she's curvy through here, and they were straight leg, they looked a little bit like rectangles.
Yeah, they did.
She was a stick figure with rectangle pants drawn on, and she's a lot cuter than that, guys. She's cuter than rectangle.
Fun fact.
So, it was really hard to find. And that was because we were looking at an ethical brand, and they just don't have the financial capacity to design as many styles as would fit all the different bodies. So it is very much a catch-22 situation.
Yeah.
If anybody knows the answer, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe the answer is don't buy jeans.
Well, I am lucky. I have a good friend who does make jeans. So I can always...
this is beautiful.
That's really different.
This is so pretty and so soft.
So while you try that on, I'm going to read some comments. So back to our phone debacle. Margaret says, it's because the systems sync to all your apps, devices, etc. For anything you do, view, it's all noticed. I think they can, quote unquote, listen from various apps via mic also. Yes, they can. So once you allow access for an app to your microphone and to your camera, they're watching. Like, that's just what's happening. And because they're also watching, when you're looking at an app, how you actually view the content. At my MBA, they actually had an office where they did research into how a person, like the visual eye movement cues, as well as facial expressions they make while they're shopping online. That was a very interesting study that they were doing, but that is actually something that...
But they would have to have access to your camera, and your camera would have to be...
But imagine you're on Instagram, you've already approved access for Instagram to use your camera and mic.
Wow.
Like, it will watch you while you scroll, right? So
scary.
Thank you, Christine. She says, happy Friday, ladies, and congrats on Shefali. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. And Margaret says, I try to boycott as many of these things as possible, but it's very difficult for multi-layered business ownership. Many eco-type brands are now owned by giant corps. Yeah, it's a conglomerate using an eco brand to greenwash so that they don't get bad PR. And that's really common.
This one is more of a sky blue than a teal, even though it is showing up as green. What color is it showing up on your screen?
It looks slightly greener. Greener.
So what it is, it's blue and green. So if you have a look really close, it's so hard to show blues and greens. You can't see it at all. So this spot right here that just looks like a different shade of green is actually blue. That. Oh. Bit better. Now you can see that it's blue.
No, super blue, super. Do you see that? It's blue, guys.
Yeah, it's blue. It's blue. But yeah, it's so hard to take a picture of silk, blue silk and gray silk. Those are the tough ones.
Bethany says cut from the cloth jeans, but I don't know how and where they're made.
Good to know. Yeah, if there's any ethical jean brands, I think we would love to know, and other ladies would love to know, especially if there are jeans that are made for women whose bodies are changing. Like I really liked the elastic band on these ones because, yeah, as we know. This is a sculptural tunic dress.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love that top panel here with the two different patterns.
So this background is black. This is a like a thyme or a eucalyptus teal, slightly more blue. This is a pale gray with that same color. Then we have different shades of, believe it or not, that is a wine color. It looks like it's brown. I think it's probably vinaigrette.
Are you sure it's black? It looks blue.
Well, I'm wearing it with black.
I think it's blue. It looks navy.
I don't know. It might be. I'm still seeing black.
I'm seeing like,
oh, now I can see navy.
The blue. Yeah.
It is a midnight blue.
Yeah, it's a midnight blue for sure.
Yeah.
And Margot says, I have my mic and a camera turned off all my apps. Advice from Lorena. Yeah, very good advice.
Yeah.
And Morak said, I was talking about having foot pain and my phone ads were all for the Good Feet store at Fleetfoot.
Right? Like, it's crazy.
Amy says, Lady Luck Boutique had a Jiva jacket on her live last week that looks straight out of Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, she really wanted that one. And I pulled it for her, and it is a fabulous, fabulous piece. And I'm very excited for her to eventually come get the ones.
Yeah, she's doing really well. She's doing more lives now. And you can tell she's like, oh, I hate to be here, but I also love to be here. But this is so emotionally draining for me. Did I tell them? Oh, so my husband did Gord's thing is presentation.
No.
Okay. So as someone who spent 25 years standing up in front of people talking and now spends Fridays and sometimes Tuesdays standing in front of people talking, I have kind of forgotten that level of intense panic.
Yeah, me too, actually.
That you can feel when you have to talk in front of a crowd. And my husband was doing like a seminar thing, and he hates talking in front of people. Which is why I help him with his Instagram, because if my happy face isn't there, he's like, I could be talking to the devil. So I'm like right there smiling at him. But anyways, he had to go do the seminar thing. Oh, now I can see the blue Shefali. Definitely blue. I think it's because I could see the black.
You're looking down. That's why.
Yeah. So anyways, he was so scared. It took him the first 5 minutes of speed reading through his, almost had a panic attack, and he was sweating. And he's like, and all of this happened. And Shefali and I were there. We're like, Yeah. It do be like that.
Yeah. We're like, practice makes perfect.
Yeah. You have to just keep doing it. And then eventually your body's like, oh, yeah, I don't have the energy to get all freaked out this time.
Yeah. So the last presentation I had, like at the end of the day, I had only done my slides. I looked at the presentation 20 minutes before, and then we just did a speed run, and I just kind of read the notes, and then I made a quick little thing because I knew from my group that I was probably going to only have like 40 seconds to do 2 slides.
Really?
Yeah. So, we're standing there. I'm waiting very patiently. Clock's a ticking. We're presenting this to a company, and the person from the company is there. And so I know I don't have time. He's already put out the 1 minute sign as I'm going up there.
Really?
So I know I don't even have a minute. So I pull a full, I'm like on the live. I'm like, all right, we're going to do this real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up, folks. So not very businessy. And then I just kind of quickly went through, and then he puts up the 0 minutes time. Wrap it up now. And I just went, all right, we're about to wrap this up, but let me just talk about mitigation strategies.
So you just kept talking?
Yeah, I just kept talking for another 10 seconds. And then I did a big smile. I said, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
And I got a big clap from the class.
So you would think that this piece would go really well with time, but I think it's more of a Tarocco.
Yeah, honestly. I think if you really wanted to make it work, it would still work because it's similar tones. So you're just kind of adding the pants at the bottom. I really like it with the yellow.
So this is Dandelion, which is a dandelion colored yellow pant. But this is from fall 2025, Bryn Walker. And this is a sculptural tunic dress that is being released on Sunday. So you can see that even though this is not quite a yellow, it's kind of a camel, but it's ochre. And I think that's why it works.
Really pops with the dandelion.
Yeah,
Really
it
pops.
really does. Even though the colors aren't exact, because as we know, the silk colors can be chameleon-like. But if you are somebody who bought Tarocco and was looking for a perfect pairing, this could be the one. Right there. How are we all doing? Oh, this is beautiful. I think we saw the poncho in this fabric. Holy camole.
So pretty.
Yeah. So if you are somebody who bought lupine, or what was the bright blue? Stardust?
No, it was Evia. No, it wasn't Evia. Lupine or
from fall. So you can't buy these anymore.
Wasn't there a bright blue? Oh,
yes,
Orta. Oh.
No, Astra.
Astra.
So if you purchased Astra or lupine, this would look great. It'll also look good with any grays, especially if they're bluey grays.
I also think Orta, guys.
Yes, probably Orta, but the green in this very much is a Kelly green. But because it's sheer, it'll take on the tone of whatever you're wearing underneath.
I thought Orta because of the blue. There's a bit of that tealy blue in there.
Oh, here.
No, like even in the watercolor of the flower, like it has.
Oh, right in there.
Yeah,
I do see it. This is too cute. Definitely needs my little necklace.
So a couple comments. There's lots of comments.
Good.
Lori says these companies do know exactly what they're doing, unfortunately. Morak said, I love this one. It's a breast cancer awareness dress, I think, when we had a pink one.
Breast cancer awareness.
Maybe it's a jacket? A dress?
I don't know, actually.
Was it the blue one?
Morag, let us know, because now we want to know.
Yeah, which one
we must know.
Which one is breast cancer awareness dress? And Amy said, agreed, Lori, cut costs to the companies so the stakeholders get more cash. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More equity for the stakeholders. Margot says, sorry, not sorry, is my primary source of clothing. You're doing it right, Margot.
Mine too, to be fair. But we don't carry jeans.
No.
And I've looked for them.
Yeah. Judy said, sorry, the Gap is also on the Airplane store, so you can get points and sign up for emails to get extra 30% off first purchase. Otherwise, it's sorry, not sorry for me.
Oh, nice. Well, and I hesitate. Like, I don't want to be advertising other brands and being like, go spend money with this company that's destroying the planet. But equally, I know how challenging it is for women our age to find a decent pair of jeans that's not built for a body that belongs to our daughters right now.
Yeah. Amy says, I'd love to know how to make my own clothing, but sewing may as well be magic to me. So you can actually sew like your own pair of jeans. The problem is sewing pants can be tricky if you're not used to sewing pants. And number two, for jeans, you have to do a flat felled seam, which is a ton of work. So that is where you sew the raw sides together, the raw and the unraw, and then you fold on top of that seam to create that denim. You know how denim has that fold?
Yeah.
The flat felt seam is what makes it so complicated. And on top of that, you have to make sure every stitch is uniform and that you're using good thread. Like, there is a lot of quality checking that has to go into making good quality denim.
Yeah.
And this company that we saw in Toronto was doing what they claimed was a Japanese style denim. And like, they looked really good.
It was salvage. Like, it didn't have any spandex.
I didn't personally think that it was salvage because salvage is a lot thicker. However, I do think it was a pretty good quality Japanese style denim. I don't know. Like, I think that I was just not the kind of clientele
that they were looking for
that would have purchased that jean for $300. But I would have purchased jeans for $300.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, if it were one pair of jeans that I knew fit beautifully and like the Bryn Walker would stay with me as my body changed, I would. Because I'd be like, yeah, how many times am I going to wear these over the next 10 years? But those jeans that have the buttons and that, their days are numbered.
I think that for where you're at in your life, like, I think buttons makes sense not to have. I am still very much a button or a lace-up jeans. Like, have you seen the ones where
the lace ones are kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's hard to find jeans like that now. Like, for example, Cavalli used to have lace-up jeans that were really big. And there are old brands that duplicated those kind of pants that you can find in vintage.
This is a self pocket dress. I forgot to mention it. Okay, keep going.
But it is very difficult personally. I feel like, because I also really like having intricate jeans. Like, you know, the denim capris I always wear that have all the stitching
flare at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are adorable. Very stylish. So the print in this is the one that has the little birds, and
it's the one that Ruby likes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The color is teal and black, and that's all it is teal and black. And then it has these floral designs that I am sure have a name. Somebody must know them. It looks kind of Victorian or Christmassy to me, but maybe there is an actual name for it. On screen, it's looking more green, but it is definitely more teal. And this one is also a self-pocket dress. So it sits like this.
So Amy says, gotta plug my favorite ethical brand for pear shapes, Free Label, which we know about.
Yes, and Canadian.
Yes, and they're Canadian. Has their archive sale on, and they may still have jeans in your side.
Oh, good to know. So ladies, check it out.
Michelle says, I love sewing, but really miss my mentor mom who could read any pattern. Margot says she probably got the legs. I do. And Amy says, I kick myself regularly from never learning from my grandma while I had her. Oh, that's okay. And Michelle said she really feels that. She said, gorgeous dress. Thank you, Roberta. Jane says they are Canadian, I'm pretty sure. Jacqueline Webster says, I have a poncho from the last release in the same doll. And Lorena says, I have been able to shop only slow, eco-friendly, natural with very little lycra. However, no jeans. Includes my barefoot shoes. And Lorena says jewelry too, crystals, etc. No plastics for me. I don't take my advice on Instagram and Facebook. Nope.
I don't take my advice
on Instagram and Facebook. Oh, for the not keeping apps per the camera.
Oh, right, yeah. right.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. This one's beautiful.
And Lorena says food too. And Margot says, you are the teacher. And Jane says, no, cut from the cloth is American and it's not ethical. Jacqueline Webster says, not same doll, same pattern.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. I think it's this one or this one. I don't know. It was one of these three.
Yeah. And Morak says, way back with the circles, one shoulder.
I know which one you're talking about, and it's beautiful. I think she's talking about this one.
Dad's got a breast cancer awareness 5. A lot of boobs. Boobs all around. And Cleo said, it's sorry, not sorry, all the way for me. Judy says, and you need a heavy duty needle. Trust me. Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And Morag said, and a heavy duty machine. Yeah. So like my Clark, who used to work for us, he has an industrial juki that he sews all his denim pieces on. And so he's actually made me a skirt before. So I know that that's something he can do. But it is something that you need to invest in if you want to make yourself a lot of denim.
Yeah.
And Michelle said, I would think a serger would be a must for jeans. A serger. A serger is a must for jeans. And Morag said fleur de lis for that one piece. Carol said, ooh, pretty. And Morag said boobles.
Boobles. So many boobles. You know what's cool about this one? We had talked to Anshul about when a piece needs a bigger patch.
She did.
Yes. So that is appliqued on, a silk applique to cover up issues in the fabric that you mostly can't see on the other side. Right. Can they see them? Hold on. Let me take this off and I'll show you.
Oh.
But yeah, they've started doing that.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, it's so nice when everything can be silk. It does add a little bit of weight, but not more than the patches do. So yeah, we're heading in the right direction, friends. So that's what the back of that looks like.
A little bit of staining.
Yeah, right through there. A little bit of staining, but that's the side you see. So that's okay. Oh, I see what happened here. Actually, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this should be wabi-sabi.
It is wabi-sabi.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, good. Okay, good. We're all on the same page.
Well, so what happened? Was there a...
No, what it was is that there was a little bit of glue that was put on the fabric in order to hold things in place, and the glue seeped through. So it actually looks like a bit of a pattern, but it's not. So I'm sure it's in the video.
Yeah. Much nicer than the flower patches, says Jackie.
Yeah.
And something else to add to your plate, says Margaret, is Bryn style denim jeans, elastic waist pockets, source wholesale denim, and start selling sorry not sorry jeans.
If I could, I would. One day, that is the plan, to have not only our silks, but hand-picked, ethically made underpinnings that I feel are designed with real women in mind.
Well, you used to do that.
I did. We used to have a linen line. When I first opened, I did silk and linen, and then I realized I really needed to focus down on one thing. We even did cotton for a while.
I was going to say, wasn't there cotton too?
There was cotton too, but now we're just silk. And maybe one day, I think the next thing I would do would be baby clothes, like little girl dresses.
We've been saying that.
Because little girl dresses, we did do those before, and they were adorable. Because they would be dresses, and then as the baby girl grew, they'd become tops. Little halter tops. It was such a great way to use these fabrics. And because the fabrics were patterned, they wouldn't show stains that much. But we needed to focus. So I'm going to put this on tunic style because I know a lot of you ladies really like that.
We needed to hunker down, friends.
We did need to hunker down. But now that Shefali is with us full time, we anticipate, I really like this with it.
Yeah, me too.
That we'll be able to get a lot more done and get the word out. And I think that's mostly what we need, is getting the word out about the brand. Having said that, people recognized us at the One of a Kind show, which was totally awesome.
We actually had these lovely ladies, we walked past them and we it's us. So we just smiled and we said hello as we walked past. And then they kind of stopped us and they said, we know who you guys are.
We know you. We follow you. It was really cute. I was, oh my God, that's so sweet. So I've been watching this lately. I have been watching somebody who you may know. Her name is Melanie. She's on, I don't know her last name. She is on definitely Facebook and Instagram. And she is the one who started the We Do Not Care Club. And I'm sure that it has come across your feed at some point. She is a woman. Did I already share this story, Shefali, about her? Okay. So thanks for being my memory. So what happened was one day, oh guys, this is the velvet one. We're into maxi caftans. So one day she ran, I feel like I did share this. She ran out of ashwagandha tea. And then she ran to the grocery store. I definitely haven't shared this, Shefali.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So ordinary woman who is premenopausal, perimenopausal, and she realizes she doesn't have her ashwagandha tea. So she just whatever, gets in the car, goes out to the grocery store. She gets there before it opens. So she's sitting there on her phone, scrolling, and then she happens to look down at herself. She realizes that she's still wearing her pajama pants because all she was thinking about was, I got to go get my tea. She's wearing a sports bra, but she put it on sideways. So one of her boobles was literally hanging out. And she looks down and she's like, what the heck? What is going on here? I can really appreciate that, because up to a certain point in your life, your executive functioning works really well. And you don't actually have to think about every single thing you're doing, because you just go through the motions, you do it while your brain is occupied. When you are perimenopausal, or menopausal or postmenopausal, that is not necessarily the case. So she just assumed that she must have been dressed properly, because, every other day she managed it. She gets there, and then when she's in the car, she has this total breakdown, picks up her phone, and she's like, we do not care much anymore. We are going to go out to the grocery store looking like we just woke up, because sometimes that's the best we can do. And she kind of goes on this rant, and then people started paying attention to it. And she'll say, she'll have these annual meetings of the We Do Not Care Club. And people will post things like, we do not care if we are wearing 3 pairs of glasses on top of our head. If we say we can't find our glasses, you better take us seriously. It's things like that.
Is it the one who she goes to different stores, like clothing stores, and she goes and shops and then she tries them on and with her friends?
No, it's not her. Totally right? Just ordinary woman. One of her posts, she's sitting eating cereal while she talks. She's a Black woman. If that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Her name is Melanie. I'll post something of hers. I'll share her to the story. But she did this post, and I saw it today, and she was saying how she never anticipated that her journey of just documenting what she's going through, and how having this foggy brain and having to deal with it, and how everybody still has these same expectations of her, and so does she. only her brain is just not functioning the same way. And I guess it resonated with so many people that she's got a following globally now. And she was talking today about how she would run away. Like if she could, she would run away from it because it's so scary to be the voice of perimenopausal and menopausal and postmenopausal women. But she's doing it because she's like, nobody else is doing it. And we need a voice. We need to come together and have a voice. And I was thinking that that's part of what we do at Sorry Not Sorry too. She's doing it way better. But I feel like we are handling one corner of that world of saying, you know, these are our bodies. This is what they look like. They change from morning till night. You know, if I'm having a good week, I'll be bigger. If somebody in my family is going through something, I'll be smaller. The only thing I ask is that my clothes, can they just please fit? Just that. Just handle that for me, and I'll handle all the rest of it. So I will share her, but she was very inspiring because I think we are all coming together as women now to just say we matter, and this is what we bring to the table. And, you know, we're going through stuff. So fun fact. Yeah. This one's velvet, by the way. It's velvet burnout.
And there's a couple comments. Jane says, makes sense to focus. I was thinking we could all swarm the One of a Kind show with all of our Sorry Not Sorry. We would appreciate that a lot.
Yes. And we could all meet there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we can add that to our... Do they do a summer show?
They do. I don't know when it is exactly.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'll have to check.
That'd be fun. And Judy said, I love WDNC on Facebook.
Yes, that's what she calls herself.
Yeah.
I love it too. I laugh out loud every time.
And Jane said, I've seen that. She is hysterical.
Yeah.
Morag said, but you're doing it with silk. And Jackie says, no, you do it better. You make us look beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
And Sabina says, it's been 8 years and I still have hot flashes.
Yeah.
And Heather says, there are velvet saris. Wow. Yeah.
So I've seen burnout velvet saris, and I have seen velvet salarkamis, like the tops with the pants. I have never seen a pure velvet sari yet.
I thought that was a velvet sari.
It's a velvet burnout, though.
Okay, so it is a burnout.
So it's actually a Georgette with burnout velvet running through the Georgette.
Débourré.
Yes, isn't that what it's called?
Débourré silk.
Débourré silk.
And Jane said spring. It's in the spring. Rhonda says the We Do Not Care posts come up on my Facebook feed off and on, but mostly Ashley Judd.
Oh, yeah, she does them too. She is one of the members. And apparently there are members in the UK, and they're all just following the lead of this one woman, Melanie, who had a breakdown in her car because she's used to being able to do it all. And suddenly it was just not happening.
It's just not working.
Yeah.
And Margaret said, I've seen her. She's pretty funny. Also, she has over 2 million followers in less than 6 months or something. And yes, she wishes she could run away.
Yeah, she does. But what she's doing is so important.
Yeah.
And to this, I will add, chatty today.
It's good.
Yes. So this one's beautiful and soft too, guys. It's really nice. This one is also a caftan, maxi caftan. So I read this post, and it was about, like, it's something that was done. It was a study that was done in the UK years ago, but it's coming back up again, given the state of the world. And apparently there was this TV show where they took a bunch of kids. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. They took a bunch of kids, divided them by gender, gave them basic life skills, taught them how to cook, taught them, whatever they would need, put the girls in one house and the boys in another house. And they had to live there for a week. Their fridges were fully stocked. Everything that they needed was there. There were cameramen who were kind of on the scene to make sure nobody got hurt. And they had telephone access to therapists and counselors or whatever. So they weren't isolated. Still, not a great thing to do to children. Having said
entertainment,
but it was entertainment. Somebody made some money, and that's what counts.
The parents, the kids' parents made money.
Yeah. Oh,
that's really cool.
So this is embroidered. What is this? I think it's just an embroidered silk, but there's a lot of embroidery, so it's quite heavy. The background is teal, and then the flowers are a mustardy color, almost marigold mustard. I'll try it on for you guys. So anyways, what they found was that when left on their own, the boys went bananas. They started playing games, throwing things around. They eventually destroyed the homes. Then they were like, oh my God, we've destroyed everything. We need to try to fix it. But there was no organized
classic man behavior.
Right? And this is they were all trained and given the same instructions. And then the women, while there were apparently some interpersonal disputes between these girls, as there were with the boys as well, they came up with committees, set up schedules for who was going to be in charge of cooking and who was going to be in charge of cleaning. They created a fashion show, so they would have like community and everybody would have a role. Cute. It's so cute, but they managed extraordinarily well when given power and autonomy. So this is why I know this all seems like disparate thinking, but here I'm thinking we have this living proof that female children are more inclined at a younger age to build community, harmony, peace, and sustainability for the entire group.
Yeah.
We have these women who are finally acknowledging that what they're going through with their bodies doesn't make them strange or odd. We're building a community around people who now can support each other and say, yeah, that happened to me too. I also peed my pants. So I feel like it's really starting to come together, this power of women thing. And I feel like Sorry Not Sorry is part of that movement as well, saying, you know, this is how I'm going to dress. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to look great, but I'm going to do it on my terms. I'm going to choose the colors I like. I'm going to choose the patterns I like. I'm going to feel like I'm wearing pajamas. And you guys can like it or not. So,
but that's why men get more violent.
Yeah.
Because they are scared. And that is the real consequence of when women have power. And that's actually why, like you see, even in the US, they try to remove reproductive rights for women, because if women can die of pregnancy and have unwanted children and have to deal with the stress of that, they'll be too distracted. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's stunning.
Holy camoli.
It's wabi sabi?
No.
That's bananas.
It is, guys. It is. PR. Oh, I forgot to put in my contacts. That's why. Okay. PRC8254.
Wow, that was good.
Good. Thanks. I have to try this on. It's too beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Literally, it's giving Lord of the Flies.
Well, and that's what they said, is that it was a Lord of the Flies type situation. And apparently it caused a bit of an uproar when it happened because people were curious, but also
furious.
Oh yeah, furious because, you know, we shouldn't be doing this to children. But also there were a number of people going, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And Morag clocked my and so Carol says the One of a Kind show is in spring, so Jane, and it's April 9th to 12th. Early applications for vendors is December 5th, but still take applications later on.
So that's now.
That's today.
Can you send me a text? Okay. Now I know what I'm doing tomorrow, guys.
Thanks, Carol.
We're applying again. Thank you. I think we're still going to get hit by that same thing that we are not loopholing our way out of, which is
that's good. We'll just keep going.
We'll just keep trying.
Just keep trying.
Yeah. We'll just keep trying. So this is beautiful, guys. What else was I going to share with you guys? Oh, chandeliers. Oh, is there something you want to tell me?
No, I was just going to say maybe Jane's idea is smart. Is that every One of a Kind show, we assemble 30 women to walk around the One of a Kind show and get the organizers' attentions. That they go, what is it you're wearing? Where can I buy it? And they're like, well, we're not allowed to be a part of this show.
I don't know. If they are actually supporting Canadian artisans, I can't take issue with that.
No, I don't. That's not the point, right? Like that's only a half truth. This is a yes and situation. Also, this is beautiful.
This is stunning.
But like, you can be mad. You can't be mad that somebody is only supporting Canadian artists while also it being completely obvious that not all of the companies there are Canadian made. It's so obvious.
So yeah, so basically you can participate and we'll look the other way if you lie.
And that's the thing, right? Is that it's not really very fair if we're not lying, but we are a Canadian company and we support Canadian communities. Like, we support our local community so much. Why is it that because we also choose to support an international community ethically, that we aren't considered?
Yeah, you would think if a company has, that could be it. If they have some sort of proof that they are ethically manufactured in another country, but Canadian owned, Canadian operated, maybe I'll write them a letter.
Yeah,
It happens.
but like I feel like
Strongly worded.
I feel like sometimes companies only take you, like organizers like this only take you seriously when you do a pacifist protest. You know what I mean? Like we're not actually protesting or getting upset. We're just kind of enjoying the show, but also wearing our clothing. And, we had women say to us, like, I love what you're wearing. And we're like, thank you.
It's face.
Yeah, tis a face.
Backwards enough. There. Wow.
I was telling Priya that we should do that actually, Carol. And the problem with Priya is that she said that was too much of a loophole. But I was arguing with her that other people are selling stuff that probably isn't ethically made or is basically us, and they have a loophole.
No, I'd love to. Yes, that would be awesome. But I would also have to live with myself afterwards. And if my integrity is important to me, then I can't just dismiss my integrity when it's convenient.
So this is what Carol said. Don't forget to add your handmade jewelry. Because that is, and that's what I had told you, is that we should add our handmade jewelry as a product, because that is made in Canada and it's repurposed.
Okay, that is a loophole we could use.
Yeah.
So we get Alex's earrings and your necklaces
and Rachel's pendants.
And yes, we could definitely do that.
I'll sell one for $200 each, make back money so I can buy another coat from Joey Sapella.
We could do that, guys. That was a really good idea.
There's two faces.
Where's the other one?
On the other side.
Oh, wait.
Nope. There's one there.
Oh, yeah, definitely one there.
And then there's...
and then one there. Two. Cool. This is unbelievably beautiful. She is a digital print.
Rhonda said, to wear the face one. And wear the silks with all the jewelry. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, that is a good loophole. Friends, I will do that on my next application.
Sabina said, sorry, not sorry is designed in Canada. That's a workaround to qualify for the show. No, no, it's not.
It has to be, even if parts of it are made in another country, it has to be assembled in Canada.
Because that still counts as a made in Canada.
This is stunning too.
Kind of the same way tariffs are.
Yeah. But I think that's why we said we think some of the businesses there are doing some assembly in Canada, but most assembly abroad.
I think what they're doing is they're getting it made there and then they're assembling the tags on the products.
Yeah, they could be doing that.
That's the cheapest manufacturing you can do for a clothing company.
All right, let's see what we can do. We need to have a look at what made in Canada.
Priya brings the next shipment to me. She's like, Shafali, I need you to assemble all of the tags on the piece.
No, you know what I would do? We've got that lovely lady who lives in Stony Creek, who is looking after her grandchildren and is looking for a source of income. And she's a tailor by trade. She would do it.
Yeah. Okay. Ethically made in India and Canada.
Yeah. All right. We can do that. Let's give it a try. This one's stunning, by the way. I hope you guys noticed while we were all just chatting away.
Jane said, have you ever thought of the shopping channel?
Oh, no, I haven't.
A Canadian-owned, operated, designed, and built, says Judy. And that's when Carol had said, use the jewelry. And Jane said, have you ever thought of the shopping channel? It may be a little difficult because everything is one of a kind, but you can have the styles and the pictures.
We can try that. Can you text me that as well? Because I know what I'm doing this weekend, tomorrow. And then Sunday is our exciting day.
And Judy said it's got David Bowie vibes for that... colorful one, the colorful piece.
Yeah.
Carol said you'd have to sew it here, and Judy said you assemble the collections here though. ... We don't do any product assembly here.
No, but what I was thinking is we could make pillowcases here.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's easy.
Very easy. We would just get the saris sent here, and then we have to. You know what? We need somebody who's on the inside track at that show who can answer some questions for us. This one's beautiful. This one's all Kanta stitch.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. So this is all hand done.
And this is down here at the bottom is what the pattern looks like. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait. No, there. Right there is what... right there. Where is it? Right there is what the pattern looks like without the Kanta stitching. And then you can see the rest of it has a kantha stitch or just a straight line stitch made of silk over top of the pattern to emphasize it.
Can you direction during the sari selection process? Oh, can your direction during the sari selection process be considered assembled in Canada? The creative direction.
You know what I need to do? I need to find out who is actually in charge of the decisions and have a lengthy talk with them.
I think so. Something I had also suggested to you is that we find someone within the show and we have a full on like, why is it that we're getting rejected from this show?
Yeah. Well, I think we figured out why we didn't make it into the vintage section, which is where I thought we would have the best luck. So this one is sky blue and purple and another sky blue. It does have slightly green undertones, but it is showing more as green. This is a Bolero. Sorry, keep going.
So Rhonda, when she suggested we wear the silks with the jewelry, Margaret had said, this is how you pitch it. And you just happen to also have some lovely one-of-a-kind silks that go great with these jewelry pieces.
Yeah. That is the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a beautiful silk, Michelle. More active. These are also beautiful. Carol suggested if we sewed the silk shopping bags or tote bags here.
We could, like little things like that we could do here. The kind of stitching that's on our clothing is so delicate that I don't know that we could find somebody who could work with these very, very
We could do scrunchies here.
We could do scrunchies here. That would be easy. So I'm about to go into Boleros, but most of the Boleros have matching dresses. So do we skip over those for now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll do Boleros with dresses. So I think, we put this one back here to show you, Rhonda. Oh no, it says matching sets, which I guess means it's all coming together now, guys. So Rhonda, I know you wanted to see this and Kim tried it on for you, but I will also try it on for you.
Great picks, Kim.
Yeah. The first one, she looked terrified. The second one, she remembered to smell. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's definitely more that color. And this here is very much a demoiselle, a blue with green undertones. Don't know if you can see that online. I think this is the same piece that I had the problem with last time, right? Where I said you can't tell the different colors.
And I can't see.
Like, I don't know if you guys can see them.
Yeah, they can. It's because of your camera, like because you're looking at it from this side, it looks different. But I can also see what they're seeing, and they can see the different colors.
And the reason that this was put together is because it has a friend. Oh, and which we've already shown. Why would this still be here?
To show the full set.
Okay, we can do that. That was probably Alex because she's a thinker that way. So getting back to chandeliers. So my phone started showing me chandeliers and Mira was over last night. Shfali was over last night and Mira was having a bit of a breakdown because she had an assignment due and her brain was done thinking. And so I said, hey, let's look at chandeliers. So I cast it onto my TV and we were looking at chandeliers because my favorite place to start looking for things is the most expensive. And then I see what all the cool kids are buying. And I'm like, okay, so if I don't have that kind of money, what would I buy? And what I noticed, everybody, brace yourselves, your mother's chandeliers are in again. All of those ones with like the glass panels with the etching and the shiny brass, it's all back in. Those chandeliers that, they were kind of like tower shaped like this. They had like circles inside each other and then dangling crystals.
Yeah, the 80s.
It's all back in.
Cocaine apartment.
Yeah, it was 80s cocaine apartment. I was shocked. So I think...
No, wait, I missed the perfect opportunity to say cocaine condo. Darn.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, guys, it was crazy. How many of those chandeliers were so 80s-esque? Like, it was a little horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially as someone who's lived through the 80s and poo-pooed my parents' chandeliers for so long to be like, oh, yeah, they're in. In fact, when I got married, I got this really cheesy wedding gift. It was a brass lamp and the stem of it was kind of a standing lamp, standing, and it kind of went like this. And then it had these flower petal lamps that came out almost like lotuses in pink. And as soon as I got it, I'm like, I don't want this. And my parents were like, we'll take it. It's fine. We'll take it. So it's been sitting in their house for the last 30 years. Aren't I seeing it all over Marketplace for $1,000? Like that would have been a $25 byway lamp.
No, they're so popular now.
It's crazy.
So popular. Yeah,
they're not nice.
No, but people like the aesthetic. It's a flower. It's like cutesy.
It is cutesy, and I can see in the right. I think my problem was I saw those with all the other stuff from the
Same
80s
period. Yeah,
but I suppose if it was just the one kooky element you have.
Well, I've seen it done in places that are very stylized, and right now, like when people look at aesthetics, they mix aesthetics. So they'll take things from the 60s, the 80s, the 70s, and they'll kind of just mold them together.
Yeah.
And that actually ends up creating a very interesting look, but you have to see it for what it is and not what it was. Right? Yeah.
Yes, that is true. This was a side slit top with the matching cardigan.
So Jane said we also do the patches as well, which is a fair point.
That is true. We do that.
Which is a part of the assembly. Jane said you could be featured on the shopping channel with Jean Baker.
Jeannie Baker.
Yeah.
Jeannie Becker.
Oh, Jeannie Becker.
Do you know her?
If I saw her, I probably know her.
So she was really famous in the 80s. She was the one who, I don't think it was called fashion television. She created fashion television.
Oh, her.
Yeah. She's Canadian.
Yeah.
And I thought she had retired. I know that she just had breast cancer surgery. This one's really pretty.
That was one of the first searches. It was Jeannie Becker cancer. And is Demoiselle similar to Isola? Yes.
Yes, very similar. I feel like we've seen all these.
Slippery silk is a bit of a sewing challenge for sure. Patches are done here. They do some at Sorry Not Sorry. Yes, we do some. That is a true spring color set, said Morag. Oh, it's a side slit and a cardigan. That's different.
And we also have the waterfall.
Yeah, the waterfall's there too. Heather said Much Music and FTTV. RIP Much Music. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Much Music, right?
Yeah.
It's not doing music anymore. It's a real shame. And Jane said, nope, she's back. Carol said she's 73 and she's doing Project Runway Canada. And awesome, says Carol. And Jane says, okay, that's why I didn't get it. I have Isola.
That's why. So these are Boxy Tops. I don't like how they fit on me. They are the same width as the side slit tops. For me, I like a little bit of extra length, but lots of ladies who are more petite than I am swear by the style. And our younger ladies like them too. Like all the daughters' ages like them. But I'll show them to you. This one is extraordinarily soft.
They do look really good with the Jiva jacket.
They do. And then this one here is taupes and grays. This one here is so pretty. Love that on the side. I feel like this one would match
Vinaigrette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute. Great look. That's very mirror coated.
Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I think I featured this one.
Pretty.
Yeah, on today's email. Oh, this one's so soft. Baby pinks, and it is a shibori dye. Beautiful. Ooh, this is nice. Very understated. And a Monday, Tuesday. Okay, just a few more side slit tops, ladies. Then, nope, boxy tops. And then I'm going to do the rest of the boxy tops. There is a kimono sleeve top here that I would like to try on for... I thought you were going to get this one.
I did.
Oh, in the other fabric?
I got in the other style. Yeah.
Shoshana. Shoshana wanted me to try that on, and she wanted to see if a kimono sleeve top could be worn as a shawl.
Yes.
I think it could. So we're going to give that a try.
You can. We've done that hack before.
So here are some more boxy tops. That's really pretty, this one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I get them on both screens. That's why. Did I already do that one? Oh no, I see. I see how this is going. This is beautiful too.
Oh, I love this fabric.
So it's kind of a green. It's a green, like a military green. Oh, that's beautiful too. This one's a burgundy or a deep, deep red. Fun little colorful print. Very whimsical. Background is oatmeal. Okay. Regular price regular price boxy tops.
Regular price wabi sabi.
So this one is pure black.
Oh, I remember this one.
Ooh, look at that down there.
I remember this piece.
Didn't we see another piece with the same thing on it, but it was green?
Yes, we did.
Interesting.
I remember this piece.
Okay, and then this one, beautiful. You can tell the color is coming out quite accurately. That's the back. And this one is sky blue, verging on teal.
So you know how some people, Priya, they have friends that have birthdays within one period.
Yeah, everybody's birthday is the same week.
Yeah. So I too have a set of friends that has the same birthday period as myself.
Oh.
And so now that's all coming out. And I was able to evade one of my really good friends' birthdays in terms of buying her presents and stuff because she went to Japan for like a month. So, you know, happy birthday to my friend Emma. But my other very good friend from undergrad, I'm seeing her tomorrow and I'm going to be spending the whole day with her. But
yeah. Look at you starting your post-school vacation.
I know. And I have people now like messaging me being like, you're finally done school. We have to hang out. I don't mind driving an hour to Hamilton to see you.
Look at that one.
Which is really sweet of them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's fun.
So yeah, thanks. To socialize.
And then you're back on Sunday with us?
I'm back on Sunday, and then I think I'll take Monday off, but then Tuesday I'm all yours.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, Mira says she's got something really big due, so she's going to try to sneak out a bit early on Sunday. I said once we were done.
It was her exam. She has an exam on Monday.
An exam coming up. Ooh, what's this? This is just a very soft silk. It's so soft. Mm-hmm. The color is like a very grayed purple and black, and this is actually a really great lavender, light lavender. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is beautiful too. That's all embroidered. So pretty. Ooh, stripies. And really soft. It is so warm in here. I'm going to be really happy to strip down for the next section, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to go
warm too?
Get a glass of water downstairs. So I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, I love this fabric.
Yeah,
this
so
is one of my
pretty.
favorites.
So it has nope, it's all compass stitching on there. And then in a couple of places, you can see there's sequins as well. And there's this one, which is navy blue and then earth tones. And this one, she's so pretty. I would say the background color of this is magenta. Magenta closer to pink. I think we haven't released Boxy Tops in a while. There's another one. This one is actually a very true red. It's not coming off as red on screen. This is orange. This is all embroidered. I think we've seen the other part of this one. That's all hand embroidered through there. So this one is like a rusty orange. It gets rustier and orangier down at the bottom. And then up here, this is like a cardboard brown. And then we have these vivid colors kind of in there as well. There's the other side of it. This one here is on this side, just plain deep red, and then a little bit of black at the bottom. And the other side is the same. Another fun stripy print, very whimsical, and embroidered on one of the sides.
Oh, beautiful.
Another shibori print. If you have like I have the red jacket, that's the same fabric as the red jacket. That's interesting.
But it is a boxy top. Personally, for the Jivas, I do actually prefer the side slit.
I do too.
Personally. So Priya, did we want to talk about today our little phone call that we had about the YWCA?
We do. Do you want to explain what you were doing at the YWCA today?
I can do that. So today, right after finishing my MBA, so I have a really good friend in my program, Jonathan, and he runs a group at our MBA called DeGroot members for like DeGroot students for impact. It's called DMI. Something like that. Again? Yeah. Okay. Imagine I was just rambling and it was complete silence.
Like silence, yeah.
And so he had put together basically a tour. He kept saying YMCA. I actually went to the YMCA,
but it was the YW,
and it was the YWCA. But it is the It was the YWCA, and we did a tour of their resources as well as the supports they provide, and also gave clothing and donations to them for their team members, as well as kits for the winter, like winter kits. And we just had a conversation with them about, what they do and, how many things that they've taken over, especially with other institutes for women and for gender diverse individuals. When they come there, they offer a lot of immediate housing crisis support. So if you're having an emergency and you need to stay somewhere in the night, they actually are open from a certain time. So right now it's 6 p.m. to 1 p.m. and then they close, and then they're open at 6 p.m. again so that they can give someone a bed every single night. But they have such limited capacity. They've actually had to close down their pool as well as their gymnasium, their fitness studio for their elderly community members or for other community members, just so that they could provide more beds. And even still, so they took us to the Carol Ann Place, which was their swimming pool that is now 25 beds. They get funding for an extra 10 beds, but they said every night they take in 80 people.
So Shafali said to me, Priya, we need to do something. Yeah. And she wasn't wrong. So what we were thinking is right now we have our donation jewelry rack, and we've been donating the money to Body Brave Canada, which is a very worthy organization. But we've been donating to them for probably about a year now.
I think almost 2 years.
Maybe almost 2 years. And so we think maybe it's time to shift the money a little more locally, especially right now while there is so much need. So we're just going to work on the back end so that the money automatically goes to the YWCA of Hamilton, the way that right now it's automatically going to, and maybe we can even let people choose. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But the important thing for you guys is if you do, as you're cleaning out your closets, find that you have, some things, jewelry, little things, probably just jewelry for now, right? We don't have space.
Jewelry. However, if you guys have any kind of underwear, clean underwear, and bras,
are they collecting those?
They really need underwear. They said they have women that these are individuals that are not only dealing with displacement and homelessness, but are dealing with violence, domestic violence, sexual violence. They maybe have gone through a really bad situation. Some of them are coming to in a crisis, not even wearing pants, and so they're helping these women and they're giving them menstrual products. And there's no underwear for them to wear the menstrual products with.
Okay, so here is our plea to you. If you happen to be coming by this way and you also happen to have some things that you can donate, we can take them over for you.
Yes.
And if you would like to bring something that we could sell at the stores, like jewelry or something.
Yeah.
Some ladies have been bringing in their jewelry that, they bought on a whim, and maybe it's not something they're still in love with, or they're making room for something else. And we have a little display table where we put it and we just say this is our $5 jewelry table, and anything on this table is $5. What we have found is that locals who don't have a lot of money are coming in to buy gifts for their loved ones.
Yeah.
And all of the money goes to support the charity. So it goes into our till, and then we have an automatic back path out through Pledge, which is an app to make sure that the money goes there. So if you do have any, bring it in, and we will make sure it gets to where it needs to go, because clearly there are a lot of women in need right now.
Yeah. And it's also older women as well. So apparently, the people that are coming in every night, there has been a huge spike since COVID of elderly individuals who are really displaced. I mean, there are 80-year-old women that are lining up to get a bed for the night. Right.
Yeah.
And Carol said, times are really tough. I work with many under-resourced families and period poverty is very real. It is. And Jane says, I support the YWCA Women's Shelter here in Cambridge. It's such a great organization. They were actually touring this, the YWCA here, because they are also starting a new unsheltered, like unhoused program at the Cambridge location. And they were looking to get examples from the Hamilton location. So they were on tour at the same time we were, which is pretty cool. And Jane said, good idea. I will go through my jewelry and bring it in. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah. And thank you, Corey. I mean,
Corey, you have made such a huge donation. You don't even know.
Yeah, you really don't know.
We really don't know. We really appreciated it. And just having those little bits of sparkly things there, it catches people's eye. And I think people want to make donations, but it's so much nicer when they're like, oh, I get this thing.
I get a pretty thing.
I get a pretty thing just for doing what I would do anyways, which is make a donation. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, we would love to support our neighborhood that way. Okay, let me stop for a second and tell you that this is a Kimono-Sleeved Tops. And what I wanted to show you is how you can wear it as a scarf or as a shawl. Do we have any other comments from our ladies?
Would that poncho match koi?
Yes.
Or it's a Kimono-Sleeved top, but I do think it would match koi.
Definitely.
And Judy said, Ancaster Community Services is another great local agency. People make a lot of incorrect assumptions about Ancaster. Yeah, times are really tough for lots and lots of people. And, you know, I even met a friend of mine who she actually has modeled for us for Sorry Not Sorry before at Supercrawl. And she even like reiterated, you know, you're literally one paycheck, you're one fire, like house fire, you're one bad landlord from being in a situation like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't take much. So this is how you wear it. Whoops, as a scarf. I'm too close. There we go. So what I did is I held it up as a long rectangle. Let me just do it again. I'll show you. So this is how I do it, but I know there are other ladies who do it differently. I hold up either the poncho folded in half or the kimono-sleeved top like this. Drop one side because it adds a little bit of extra length. Put that pointy side here on my chest, right above the heart, and then flip this over, tuck it in again, and there is your scarf. Right there.
Fabulous.
And then if you want to wear it as a shawl. Now this I don't actually remember, but I'm guessing you just put it on like this. Right?
Yeah. I think that's even the hack we had. And then why don't you use Ziska?
Yeah. And then you just grab these two sides here, and then we'll have to see how that looks in the back.
Looks good. Imagine with a coat and then you have that on top.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. And then you can put it on when you get where you're going.
Mm-hmm. Adorable. Really nice.
Even maybe side by this shawl. That.
Cute. Very cute.
So the answer, Shoshana, is yes. There you go.
Judy or Jane said, the shelter here every night is full all the time. So many unhoused women. Actually, one of the lovely ladies we met at the YWCA said that compared to men's shelters, women's shelters can't actually guarantee any space or bed to a person every night. It's only usually just they show up and they get the bed because they're working at a capacity of 104%. 104, and that's not really as much of an issue.
So why do you think they're not moving some of the men's shelters over for women?
I think it's because there's a
patriarchal society. Does it need to be said?
I think so. And I also think that you're dealing with people, even people in society who, even if they want to donate because they know somebody or they can understand that, they still carry a lot of preconceived notions about who deserves support versus who doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. And that's something that actually they reiterated at the YWCA, is that there's zero judgment at at their location, which is really nice because, people are making real relationships with these support workers. I love this fabric. It's so
Well, as soon as you're finished talking, I'll describe it.
So people are working directly with these support workers. And even though these people have relationships with them, there's no judgment if they're coming back, after a couple weeks or a couple days, again and again. It's just about, being an open door to people. And that's something that, is really impactful. Like they told us the story of this woman who she was not going to see her children that she lost custody of because she was unhoused, because she didn't have any gifts to bring them for Christmas. So she actually helped her privately find gifts so that at least the mom would go see the children, because that's how embarrassed she was. And then we forget that these people, these women are literally us, because imagine how embarrassed we'd feel going to our loved ones' houses without a gifts. And imagine feeling that way and you're unhoused.
Okay, so bras, underwear, jewelry, cash. Is there anything else you think we could do? Okay, so you said you were going to get in touch with someone there.
So
Aoife's bestie runs the YWCA.
Yeah, and actually I got to contact Lydia. Okay. I'm also doing personally on my end, as you guys know, I do the event promotion, and I'm actually scheduled to do a show in January with a Berlin DJ. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to donate all the profits to the YWCA.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if you can come up with a plan that we can all participate in. Let us know.
Yeah.
So this fabric here, some of you may remember it from when we do our sari picking. This was a really unusual piece because you can see each strip is different. And what this is a sample sari. So when it was made, it had all the different options of what all the different saris you could order were. And that's why if you have a look at the back, you can see the sample number. Can they see it?
Yeah, I actually love the sample number. It's cool.
It's cool. So, so what you would do is they would probably send out the sample, and then you would say, I want this one and this one and this one in this quantity.
Okay, so which ones would you want?
Oh, gosh.
I really like that one.
Everything but this one. Is that the one you like?
No, I said the one beside you.
This one. Yeah. But I don't know if I could say which one I don't like. Like, I even do like this. It's purple.
The simplest one.
Yeah. I like the back of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. And it's wabi-sabi because it has all the numbers on it.
Yay!
So this is a really sweet one.
Judy says, I love wearing a versatile vest as a scarf on a plane.
Yeah.
Carol says, I found out today that one of the agencies in Kitchener that supports First Nation, Métis, and Inuit are short about 30% of what they need for holiday food hampers and toys for the children who registered. They also don't always get a chance to pick out what they might want or like. It's really crazy to think about, how difficult it is for women when they don't have the proper supports and when society doesn't support them to protect themselves, especially if they don't have,
skills necessarily.
Skills or even
emotional safety.
The other gender to protect them, right? Because a lot of women are put in a position where they kind of are left to fend for themselves if they don't have a partner that's there for them.
Yeah.
Like I was very close to that. And it can be very difficult to move forward if you don't have a community. This is a really cool piece.
Yeah, beautiful border on this. Yeah. The problem is there is so much need.
That's the problem.
And how do you focus what you can give to something where it's going to make at least somewhat of a difference? So I just heard on the radio today or something that hundreds of thousands of small businesses in the United States just went bankrupt.
That's not surprising. That's really awful.
There's been a lot of tariff issues, right? Yeah. And also, I heard that Costco is suing the Trump administration. But again, it's because there's so much going on that people don't have the financial safety because there's so much chaos.
Yeah.
Because when I heard that thing, I'm like, oh, we definitely have to support small business. And now I'm like, oh, wait, we definitely also have to support the unhoused women in our community. So if you can think of something, Shefali, that we could participate in, if you could just kind of throw that together, we'll make a post on it, including bringing in the jewelry and bringing in the bras and underwear. And then we can maybe take it from there and see if there's anything else we can do. Because that, especially bringing in your old jewelry, that is not a huge ask. That's stuff that you're not using anyways. You're not going out and buying a gift. It's just, let me gather it together and dump it off somewhere. And the same with the bras and underwear. You don't have to go buy new, but sometimes Like I know sometimes where you buy a set of 6 pairs of underwear and then you get it home and you're like, you try on the first one, you're like, I will never wear these. And then you don't want to throw them out. So I'm pretty sure we all have some of those.
Yeah. And more, I guess, is that pink border peacocks?
And then let's see.
You know,
It is.
Yeah. I thought it was peacocks too.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Fun choice from Montiel if she did add it on.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I think I've told you this before too. So at the MBA, we did a charity pitch where we actually worked with nonprofits and we pitched like different charities to receive a donation prize. And if you're group 1, then you received a donation prize. And like there were nonprofits, like the nonprofits I worked with kids to teach them Shakespeare. It was called Shakespeareans, and it taught them Shakespeare to teach them life skills as well as theater, to help with the communication skills, especially in communities where, you know, education and literacy aren't really prioritized.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the nonprofit we worked for. Then there was one that it was in the same group competing with me that was for children and youths who've experienced death in their family. And it was a grief support system. And do you know the charity that won?
What?
A bird sanctuary. And I always think about that because I think to myself, people are more willing to donate sometimes to animals. And, you know, it's not like they don't need donations and support, but I always find when it comes to other people, it's always interesting the way we start to create all these preconceived ideas of why we shouldn't donate to them, because they, of course, have the same autonomy we have to make a change in their lives.
Yeah,
right.
It reminds me of that story I heard about somebody who was in, the Gaza Strip. Somebody who was in the Gaza Strip, and he was living in a tent with his dog. And have you heard this story? And a video went out somehow on social media of him trying to find food for his dog and for himself. People sent dog food,
yeah,
and nothing for him.
Yeah.
And he was devastated. He's like, yes, I'm glad you also love my dog, as do I. Do you not care that I'm dying?
And they're like, but your
dog. Yeah. Anyways, let's set up something. Let's do what we can. It's better than doing nothing. And if people are able to do more, then that's also an excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
This is applique on, and this is velvet, in case you were wondering. I think we had a baby doll dress in this.
We did. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and this would be beautiful on it. Very elegant.
If you bought that baby doll, this could be yours.
And she is Wabi Sabi.
What a steal!
And now I will take a quick minute to show you a few of the pillowcases. What time is it, by the way?
'Tis 9:32.
Holy cow, I didn't even think, I thought we would run out of things to show. So we did release all the pillowcases now.
So cool.
Yeah, these are adorable. So they're pure silk satin, and we're having a special from now until Christmas where it's buy one, get one half off. And they really are, like, feel that.
The hands coming out.
Hands coming out, guys.
Oh.
Unbelievably soft.
And what's nice is, guys, you'll know that these are pure silk because they are not ice cold.
No, their temperature. Their temperature is slightly room temperature. Yeah, all of these are. This one's really nice. There's only one of them, but I thought it would just look, wow, so funky with the oranges and the greens.
That's a great accent pillow if you have a big accent pillow. Could you show the black tunic? It looks gray in the video, but black in the picture. The short caftan? Is it a tunic caftan?
I haven't shown. Have I done it?
It's a one-off piece.
Is it online?
I think Judy said, yeah, it is online. There was a boxy top in the same fabric, if you want to show the fabric, because I think she's curious about the fabric. It's black and it's got that embroidery at the bottom.
Yes, we did see that one. And I do remember that black one she's talking about. I thought, can you, do you have the code so we can look that one up?
Do you mind letting us know the code, Judy?
Because I remember showing that in the last sneak peek.
Boxy Tops. This one.
It's looking navy-ish, but I think that's just the light. I don't see it. I really feel like that one's sold already. Does it say anything?
There appears to be, this is a back end thing, there appears to be 2 listings for the same piece. One is missing, one is not missing. Like one has the missing tag and one is active.
Can you check the date on the one that is listed as active? It's in the tags.
November 2025.
Yeah, it's already gone.
No, it's November 7, 2025. October. One sec. Yeah, it's November sneak peek.
So what that means, Judy, is I'm going to have a look for it. But what it could mean is that something has the wrong sticker on it. So that piece that you asked me about today, the reason that there was a mistake there is because it was incorrectly stickered. So when we scanned it, we were scanning the wrong piece. But we did manage to sort that out. I do remember that piece from last time.
And Judy says it's on the website. And
do you mind standing here for a second? Okay. And I mean, there's only one place it could be. And maybe you can, those maxi dresses look so much better on you.
Well, I am wearing okay, so I am not gonna change because I'm not wearing the right underpinnings for the try-on. But I will take you through some of the maxi dresses. Okay. Whoa. So this one is gonna be, it's kind of like an octopus, so it's kind of like the inside of a mouse's ear, but it is more of that gray. This embroidery is crazy. So you have that machine embroidery with sequin work, and then it's got that blue tone in there. This is a demoiselle blue. If you were someone who really wanted to wear Bryn Walker with a maxi dress, do you? And it's really soft, really smooth. On the inside, you can't feel any of the embroidery on the inside. There is stitching, but none of the embroidery itself. And it's pretty smooth. And then you can always wear it so that one side is to the front. Oh, pretty. You could always wear it so that this side is to the front. Nothing here. So just like that. That's really nice. Really nice. And then let's see if we can find the matching
Morag says, I'm going to say goodnight. I've got a really long day tomorrow. Enjoy the sneak peek. And Carol says goodnight. And Michelle says, have a wonderful trip, Morag. Safe travels, Morag, says Judy.
Safe travels, Morag. The question is looking down at this piece and then finding the matching bolero.
Can I just borrow your face for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Oh, you tried too many times. There you go.
Thank you.
You tried too many times, Priya.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so this is the Bolero. So the Bolero is all gray, which is pretty nice. So if you wanted to buy them individually, you could. And I also like that it is more of the gray up top, and then you have the brown on the side, and then you have sides of brown, and then you have this kind of orange rust. It's a mix of rust. There's ochre. There's like a light tan color in the back. Yeah. And it fits perfectly. So you have this one, and all of our maxi dresses are a halter style, or they're kind of a halter style this way. You can wear them halter. You can wear them with 2 ties. You can wear 2 ties and then tie them in the back as a full halter. That's usually how some of our ladies love to wear them. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. You can also turn them into skirts. I've done that in the past. Yeah. Okay.
I'll just be another second.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
Thanks.
Ooh, this one's very fun and summery. Oh, it's wabi-sabi too. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the colors. You have that really nice, it's almost an Evia blue, so kind of that purpley sky blue. You have that magenta. You have this really great wash of colors with a fun print. Other side, you have more of that vivid blue. Really beautiful. And then it seems like matching Bolero is right here. So you have this, and this is the matching Bolero. So it's got that tri-color effect going on. Okay.
This little guy found his way to the floor.
Oh my God.
Did you already try this one on?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So, Judy, the black one does not exist, unfortunately. She did exist once, and I believe she has already sold. And somehow it got set back up as one of our pieces, and it's not. If we do find it, you'll be the first to know, but I have a feeling that's what happened there. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about it as I'm staring down at this. So I am wearing a workout, what are they called? Exercise bra things? What are those called?
Sports bra?
Sports bra. That people do wear because I'm so exercisey. I knew that. So yeah, people do wear these out in public. So friends, you're going to see a lot of tummy. I'm going to cover as much as I can with my Caspa pants.
That's okay, Priya. Tummy is okay.
That's right. Tummy is okay. It is okay.
It proves you have organs.
And I do.
Which I was so curious about. I didn't know if...
Okay. Is it too much, Shefali? I'm feeling quite...
No, it's not too much. I'm just...
surprised?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm also very surprised that I'm doing this, guys. We are both all equally surprised. There we go. So this is what it would look like. Is it too much? Because I'm very happy to put my clothes back on.
No, it's not too much. I'm just kind of amazed.
I know. Yeah. I just figured what you really needed to see it with some sort of a halter bra situation.
Yeah.
See the difference that makes?
It does. It does make a big difference.
It does make a really big difference. So this is it with the embroidery at the front, which means that the underarm part is worn at the front. You can spin it around. It makes it a little bit wider on the shoulders, less V-neck, a little bit more open this way. I think that this to me is the dressier way to wear it and the more casual way is to wear it the other way. How bad do I look in this?
You don't look bad.
I don't look bad at all. Not at all.
You don't look bad at all. But if you do feel uncomfy, you can always jump in and out.
I could do that. I may do that, actually. Well, we're going to start getting those comments from all the weirdos.
Hey, sexy lady.
Hey, sexy lady. Take it all off.
She goes in the comments going, she only takes it all off for me.
She barely takes it all off for me. It's like you guys are getting a better show than she gets. So yeah, but I did feel like it was important. I always skimp when it comes to the Maxi dresses, and I always just barely try them on. And so today I promised myself I would do better. So this is me doing better. Yeah, so we do matching Boleros for these. But oh yeah, here it is. I think for destination weddings, this would be really nice.
Beautiful. A mother of the bride, anyone? A cousin of the bride, anyone?
This is actually what I wore for my daughter's wedding, but it was a jumpsuit, but same idea.
Throw back to the live where we picked all the Priya's wedding outfits.
That was so much fun. You guys did such a good job.
Thank you.
It's very fun to wear. Let me try on another one. I'll have it all lined up and ready to go. So I am spending as little time as possible. Ooh, that's a beautiful one. Which ones did you show already?
The first two.
Okay. So, oh my God, they're so beautiful. All right. Maxi dresses. I'll show you the wabi-sabi ones first. So this one here, if you were to wear it underarm part to the front, I'm actually going to put it on for you guys. So I am going to scoot out of the picture. Shefali, can you be entertaining for a moment?
Mm-hmm. Okay. La, 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 la. Okay.
Burlesque.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm going to show one while she tries that one on. Ooh, okay. I actually really appreciate a non-embroidered maxi dress moment because I do think it makes a really nice layering piece and it's really soft. And there is such an elegance, especially with a pattern like this.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really stunning. Very elegant.
Very elegant. Very elegant. I actually could, yes, I'm going to show you how I normally tie this. So this is another one that has no embroidery. It has a little embroidery, but not much. Actually, I'm going to call it none because those are sparks. So what I do when I want to wear it with this underarm side to the front is I grab the other side of this one and tie a knot here to hold it in place. Are the ladies embarrassed for me?
No. Saved. Judy said, thanks for letting me know. Jane said, haha, you're hysterical. Judy says, give me a favorite memory from your MBA.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite moments from my MBA, guys, in classic Shefali fashion, she took a business setting and made it silly. So
I just, hold on. I grab these two once I've tied them together and tie them back behind my neck. Okay, keep talking.
Margaret said, I love you, Priya. I remember the first lives I saw you in just underpinnings, i.e. tank top and bamboo shorts. I thought, wow, this woman has balls. Yeah. That in her.
Yep. Yeah, apparently I have balls.
Big old balls.
I did not know. Wonder what my husband would do. He would definitely pass out. That is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. He would go,
but this is why I am part of the We Do Not Care Club. What are you going to see that you have not seen before? What are you going to imagine that you haven't imagined before? So yeah, keep talking.
What about the Bolero?
I'm going to find the Bolero. I just wanted to show this first.
So we had yeah, I'll do it. You know what? I'll tell the story when you're changing into your next piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I won't have to keep coming up and back there. I don't know if you guys noticed that Priya hit my boob while I was walking.
I did
back.
not.
I quickly went like this because like you hit it and I went.
I didn't even know that I did. I'm so sorry.
She's completely dissociated.
I am. I'm dissociated right now.
And Michelle says, "You look fab, Priya. Thank you for being brave."
Do you know what the other piece is?
No, it's a bit. No. Not
that one, Priya. Wrong.
Incorrect.
Wrong. Well, I do have a fun black one in the meantime.
Oh, that is a fun black one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I get a sip of water like it was a shot of something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
This is very, very, very warm in here. Yeah, not going to lie. It was kind of nice to take off some layers, even if that means I am a little on the nudie side.
Nudie patootie.
Nudie patootie. Okay, so this one is black with sequins and, muckish work, which we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't had it in a little while.
So muckish work is a little scratchy, so we know. So this one here, this color in here is actually a brown, a dark brown. Then there's black, and this is like a pale olive. Pale olive. Mm-hmm. That's how that looks together. Actually, you may not know this, but Margot said, she sent it. You may know it. So Margot sent us something. I put it on our stories yesterday. It was these two older women who were talking about how slip dresses are back in, but how sometimes they show every curve and not the good curves, like sometimes the disorganized curves. And so they were saying the best way to deal with that is to wear something like a jacket over it to give it that columnar effect in the front. Look at this, is just floating out on its own. That's kind of fun. So yeah, the Boleros do that because they do narrow you through here. But also if you have a duster you want to pair with it or a cardigan, anything that adds that longer layer.
Even a vest,
it's going to elongate you even more. But having said that, these are cut very generously.
So they're also cut on the bias as well.
Yes. So there's a lot of room for body in here.
Body, yaddy, yaddy.
Yeah. So you can see like all the pleats that just happen naturally there because there's so much fabric.
Who knows? There might be 6-pack abs in there.
There might be. You don't know.
There is actually deep down.
Yeah. Somewhere in those abs. So fun fact. Okay. So I have noticed that my bottom has been getting bigger and like all of this region. And you know what I think it is? Pilates.
Well, it's because your waist is getting smaller, so it looks bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're working on your core.
Because I've been working so much on my core, this is starting to get smaller, but it has to go somewhere. So it's like a girdle. It's all going down there.
No, it's just a proportion thing. It's not actually getting bigger.
No, it is, because it doesn't fit things.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This is getting smaller from the Pilates, and this is where the fat is now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's not about looks, it's about health.
If it makes you feel any better, the other day I was wearing my yoga pants and my top that I wear to the gym, and I was doing something, and Rachel said, "Damn, Shefali, your ass is so fat."
No, she did not.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Oh,
Like, it's nice to have a big butt.
okay.
And
boy, that is definitely not a thing that I would have thought.
Somebody, that same guy that who didn't talk to me after 3 weeks, he asked me if I have ever been accused of having a BBL. What? He like actually asked me that. And Priya, we dated. And he said, yeah, when we were younger, you didn't really have much of an ass, but now you have BBL. Like, do you ever get BBL?
Guy who asked you this?
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's like, I feel to me that feels like projection.
No, I think
I kind of wonder what he's had done.
Nothing. He's full natty. That's what the guys call it.
What does full natty mean?
Natural.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense.
This is really beautiful. Very unique.
Yeah. Look what I just realized I can do. Put one on while the other one's coming off. Maybe.
Priya, I think you're
No, I can do this. I got this.
Wait, you missed an arm.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I did it.
It's the never-ending stretching. You know when the magician pulls the handkerchief out of the hat?
One goes on,
The
one
reverse
comes off.
effect of that.
Or you could always layer your maxi dresses for a layered look.
A Lorena-inspired look. It's kind of nice together.
actually
Not gonna
is
lie.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay, this one goes off.
So to answer your question, Judy, it's fine, we're fine. Priya just like fully does a flip.
The floor, you can't see me.
Okay. So to answer your question, Judy, one of my favorite moments from my MBA is we had this professor, and he was a character. And he definitely seemed to really like me because I had quite the personality, but I went to very few of his classes. And so I came to the last couple classes, and then he has this group project, and I think I've told this story before, where he basically says it's about like different ventures that companies can take. And so the example was Netflix. And it was like, oh, Netflix, like if Netflix had to choose another venture to pursue or an avenue that's not sports streaming, what else could it do? And I liked him, but I also wanted to mess with him a little. And so I said to my group, guys, I have the perfect suggestion. It's like it came to me like in a vision. And they were like, yeah, what can we do? And I said, adult entertainment. It's starting with a P. And they were like, really? I'm like, yeah, guys, it makes so much that we could do like a Netflix after hours where, you know, kids have the daytime and adults have the nighttime, you know, something like that. And they were like, I don't know if we can talk about this. I'm like, what do you mean? This industry is the oldest industry to exist in human civilization.
It was marketed before marketing even
existed. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
The first marketers were, you know, courtesans. So, you know,
how do you feel about this?
I think it's cute, actually.
I think there's potential here for something. Don't know what yet. Something.
I feel like maybe it would be better to use the bow up here as a cute accessory, because I think it takes away from the drape.
Yeah, and I think it should be on this side. Playing with your clothes, Priya. Are you playing with your clothes again?
Said the origins of City TV. Is that true?
Was it? I don't know. City TV was not porn. Not
we can't say that on the internet.
Oh, can you not?
No, you could get like because we're talking about adult content, it can be like unseemly.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying adult
I didn't
entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
One sec. City TV origins in adult entertainment.
No, I think there's something here. I don't know exactly what that something is. There's something.
Midnight blue boxes.
Oh, I remember those. They used to have blue TV at night.
Yeah, that's, I think, what it is.
The blue movie. Yeah, there used to be blue movies. Yeah, that you would watch, and they would be on like super late at night.
Yeah. So I suggested that, and then we had to pitch it to the class. So I pitched it to the class, and I could see the professor's face, and it was like he was both amazed, aghast, and also embarrassed at the same time.
He didn't know what to feel.
And afterwards, we were giving examples. He was like, okay, all right. And then he actually said he was very impressed with our choice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense. Go where the money is.
Well, it reminded me of an experience I did in undergrad where I had a course with this professor who I don't mind talking crap about because she kind of was the worst. She was this American woman who, nothing wrong with my American friends, but she in particular was the kind of American that, other countries kind of make fun of. She thought she was so worldly and renowned, and she lived in New York, and she knew about different communities and cultures. And it was a class to teach us about, outside perspectives, especially when you're dealing with, privileged kids who don't know anybody, whose family doesn't have a university education.
Right.
So, these kids were like amazed because they were like, oh my God, I'm learning about socioeconomic struggles for the first time. And I was like, friend, my life is a socioeconomic struggle of intersectionality, but it's fine. And she gave us this paper to do where she was like, I want you guys to go connect with a group with a perspective that you don't agree with or that you know nothing about. And I was getting so tired of her BS. So I wrote a paper about foot attraction.
Foot fetishes. I remember this.
And I made up a story about how I met a girl at a yoga class and I had intimate relations with her. And I found out that she had a foot interest. And then I made up this whole story about how I went on a research journey and I learned about this. And all my friends were like, you need to get a 90. This is so good. And I ended up getting an 80 only because I didn't specifically say that I met with them. I just said I did research.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You deserved a higher mark, Shirley.
Thank you. I thought so too. I had quite the imagination.
So when I first started teaching, I was teaching the descriptive paragraph, and naive little me, I'm like, write about anything. Oh yeah. Doesn't this 15-year-old boy write absolute P-O, you know what I'm going to say. It was so bad, but was it beautifully written? Yeah.
Yes.
Did it meet all the requirements? Paragraph? Yes. Was it a little offensive to give this to your 26-year-old teacher?
Was it smut?
Oh, it was straight out of Penthouse. It was just like a Penthouse story.
Oh.
Yeah. Very detailed.
Oh my God.
Very, very detailed. And so I took it to the VP, or she might have been principal by then. I'm like, what do I do? And she goes, they're just messing with you. You're so young.
That's why.
Yeah. Yep. So I think he did get suspended for a day or two. But there was a lot of eye rolling by the principal. Like, come on, you know better than this. Come on. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Here's this. Is there any maxi dress that anybody, this is beautiful, by the way. Loving her very much. Anything that anybody really wants to see?
Carol said it's a handle for someone to grab if you start to fall. Carol said bungee type cord might be more fun though.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Carol said this?
Yeah. Maybe it's because you were holding on to the...
Oh, yeah, I was. Holding on to her life. And that's how she looks with this. And I do think that I could wear this underneath.
Another, for your bow, for the tie.
Oh, yes. A bungee cord would be fun.
Yes, and then you should put a carabiner.
There.
That'd be good.
So this gets tucked in. It makes it sit a little bit better too, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I can just keep, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the rest of it.
Yeah, it's $9.59.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to show you just so you have a sense of the fabrics. For most of these fabrics, we also have, there's a lot of Boleros. So because there are a lot of Boleros, there must be a lot of maxi dresses. But these are the colors you're going to find them in case you want to see the fabric. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, this is beautiful too. That's luscious.
That is luscious. Vivacious.
Also beautiful. That's French knots on there. Ooh, applique work.
Beautiful.
Ooh, soft, soft silk. Ooh, fun. Little leaf design there. And this one is a sky blue with a little bit of teal. And I think I'm in the wabi sabi section right now. And here are, whoops, the rest of the wabi sabi pieces.
Have you shown the black tunic length caftan?
No, because we don't have it.
Yeah, Carol was late to the party.
Yes. So what happened was we somehow had a duplicate listing on that, and neither of them were accurate because I believe we sold that caftan last time around. So here are my actual thoughts of what happened, because this has happened a couple of times. So remember how the first 50 pieces that we sold last time got deleted?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you that black caftan was one of the first 50.
Oh,
So that's why
I think that's true.
So we don't have a record of it having sold, which is why, and it was probably re-added because we tried to re-add those pieces. There is a lot of chaos going on there that I do need to figure out. Because when he added those pieces as replacements, he was supposed to use the code replacement as the vendor so that I would know that those were replacement pieces. So yeah, that's what went wrong, guys. But it is definitely not available because it already sold last time around. Ooh, I love that color. It's beautiful. It really is. Ooh, this is pretty too. It's grays, reds, and beiges. Blues, reds, and oatmeal. Black and oatmeal. Ooh, pretty flowers. Oranges, reds, grays. Ooh. Superman blue, Kelly green, mint green, pale, like Tiffany blue, closer to sky blue, and many shades of yellow. Probably that color. What's that yellow there? Ambrosia. This would match ambrosia. And I feel like you've had this fabric before and we still love it. Navy blue, cream, and sky blue. Beautiful, beautiful. And most of these have matching dresses as well. So if there is a bolero that you like, there's probably a piece that goes with it. But you don't have to buy the set. Wait, did I just show these?
No, there's a second one.
Oh, two of this one.
That one has embroidery and also a little border
Yeah.
in the center.
There. Oh, wow.
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 Almost died.
Imagine how many people died of delight during this sneaky peek. Only one. It was Shefali.
After the MBA was done, though.
That's right. She made sure she earned her degree. Yeah. I think that is one we just saw too. Ooh, this is pretty. This looks like a Jiva jacket, but it's not. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that one. Shefali, have you seen?
Yeah, didn't we just show it?
Did we? Am I showing exactly the same?
No. I think there's two. I think there's two. No, I think there's two.
Okay. Well, these are the last of them. I do feel like I've shown these before. Are there really two?
Wow.
Yeah, because those are the same, right?
Your eyes don't deceive you. They are the
No,
same.
they're doubles. Yeah.
Double, toil and trouble. The good thing is you have a chance of getting a few you really want is even higher.
Yeah.
And Judy said, I'm still double digits. Carol said, I think I'm down to the 3 I really want.
Oh, that's good. It is hard to decide. They are all beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, we're done. It has been a pleasure once again to spend the evening with you. We're going to see you again on Tuesday when we do the release day sneak peek. That's kind of a day that if there's a piece that you just were not sure about, but you wanted to see, we can show it to you. Sometimes we don't even know if it's already sold until like a couple hours in. So you guys are the ones who tell us if it's sold or not. But if there's a piece that's not sold, you will know. And we can check it out for you and show you what it looks like. And that is on this Sunday at 12 noon. The sneak peek drops at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and our sneaky peek release video live comes out at noon until 2. After 2, we go into the website and we make it so any piece that's already sold kind of disappears off the website, hopefully not permanently like last time. And yeah, and then yes, but it won't show up in the collection anymore. And then by the end of the day, we move all the pieces that are in that collection into our regular collection as well, so that you'll be able to see them there. Are there any questions before we wrap it up?
No. See you Sunday.
See you Sunday, everybody.
Always be huge. A girl can always dream. Carol says, it's still always nice to see the different pieces. Happy hunting, everyone. We'll see you Sunday, says
See
Judy.
you Sunday.
Have a great weekend. Oh, Cynthia just joined. Hey, Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia.
And Rhonda says, good night, ladies.
Good night, Rhonda.
Good night, guys. Good night, says Margaret. Thanks as always.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.